Lions TV, we are sponsored by Regal Elevators and Lifts Consultants Limited, a company that is owned and operated by a Millwall fan, just like every one of the sponsors on the backboards behind me. If you are going to do a bit of business, then please keep it in the Millwall family and check out all of our sponsors' website links in the description below. And breathe. I've finally calmed down. This is your post-match analysis video for Saturday's 1-1 away draw at Sheffield United. A fantastic point. I don't know why, but for me, it felt better when we beat Bradford at Wembley. And I know that sounds stupid because it is only a 1-1 draw at Sheffield United, but we got no more than we deserved out of the game. A fantastic performance. Let's start out by taking a look at the 11 that the El Gappuccino picked to start the match. So since the beginning of time, we have played 4-4-2 under Neil Harris. He finally changed it at Middlesbrough away, and he pursued with it a little bit, occasionally drifting back to the 4-4-2. Eventually eliminated the 4-4-2 completely, and then we just go with a 4-5-1. On Saturday, he pulls out the bag and plays three centre-backs. It was Conor McLaughlin, Alex Pearce and Jake Cooper. There was three centre midfielders, the two Ryans, Tunnicliffe and Leonard, with Ben Thompson joining them. Left wing back Shane Ferguson come back into the side after a 3-game suspension. Right wing back was Marlon Romeo. Jed Wallace played central just behind the lone striker that was Lee Gregory. Why did he go to 3-5-2 for the first time ever in such a crucial game? I don't know, and to be frank, I don't really care. I thought we started the game very well. We looked very confident at the back. We looked assured at the back. I thought that our three best players probably on the day were Jake Cooper, Conor McLaughlin and Dave Martin. Conor McLaughlin got taken off later in the game. I'll get into that, the reasons why. But yeah, you know, they maybe the gaffers looked at something that Sheffield United have been doing, and he's looked outside the box for once, and he's looked tactically at the threat of our opposition. Which, listen, the threat's real. They've been up there all season, and ironically now we've probably fucked their chances of going up automatically and handed it on a plate to Leeds. But you wouldn't change what happened Saturday. It was brilliant. They come at us, but without really causing a lot of damage. We contained them well. There was misplacing passes. They couldn't really get crosses into the box. Dave Martin was coming out and his handling was great. He was brave. I'm in love with the man. Honestly, just to finally have a proper goalkeeper in goal, which is something that everyone should have, but we just haven't had for nearly 3 years. So it's just puts a smile on my face to know that you've got a proper goalkeeper in goal, and that's all it is. You've got a player that can actually play in that position. So it's so refreshing to see him there, and you can see the confidence Martin's got breeds through the team, and especially the defence, and they're not afraid to give it back to him. We come out in the second half, and obviously Chris Wilder has put a rocket up their arse, which it was always going to happen. You know, the team toying with a relegation zone shouldn't be comfortably holding a team that are chasing automatic promotion, you know, so comfortably. So they come at us and they score early, ball through the middle. We looked sort of, we allowed gaps in our defence at that point, which we hadn't done in the first half. Conor McLaughlin comes out of nowhere to try and cover. I think it come along Pearce and Cooper's side. He doesn't make it. Ball cuts back. Gary Medine sticks Sheffield United 1-0 up. And from that point onwards, all we did was our absolute best to get back into the game. And I'm not going to be negative at all in this video, but it does seem that sometimes we wait to go 1-0 down before we start playing. Now, okay, maybe we don't have to venture forward. Again, you know, this is a fan channel, so I may contradict myself, but I'm showing both sides of the coin for the viewers that may agree one point or another. Did we need to attack Sheffield United? No. Did we need all 3 points? It would have been lovely, but a point's a fantastic result there. So maybe now we have gone down, maybe, okay, it is time to chase the game. Conor McLaughlin was taken off to allow us to change back to a 4-5-1 formation, which we did. Jed went back to right midfield, and Marlon Romeo went to right back. And we plugged away. The only negative I'll say again is our balls into the box weren't great. I thought Fergie looked very rusty with his deliveries. He had 2 or 3 corners which he kicked straight into the front post. Jed's passing and deliveries were bad again. Unfortunately, I don't want to say that, but you know, that's the reason we didn't get back into the game a little bit sooner. But we got balls wide. We got it in decent areas. We kept firing balls into the box. And when Tom Elliott came on, after we really went for it, we changed formation again. And Tunnicliffe came off. And Tom Elliott came on and we went for a 4-4-2. I feel that I may owe Tom Elliott an apology, and probably I'm not the only one. I just call it as I see on his fan channel. What I did say in my defence, which I'm always going to do obviously, the debate show at the Den, which we did on a QPR game, Tom Elliott will only do his best. You know, it's not fair to hate on Tom Elliott because he isn't fantastic. He comes to the club and he always does his best. You can't knock him for that. You know, it was out of his hands for Millwall to sign him and he wasn't going to turn the move down. So I said it, listen, I said it, he should never play for us again. But when he came on, I'll be honest, I said to my mate next to me, I'd rather him come on than Steve Morrison. And that, unfortunately, sells you where Steve Morrison's at these days. But Elliott, I've noticed, you know, he does come on and he isn't technically brilliant. Yes, we know that. But he does, just the sheer size and the physicality of the man. He causes upset and he gets in the way and he done brilliantly when he come on. I thought he done brilliantly when he come on. He really did. I thought he changed the game. I have noticed about Tom Elliott as well is, and I don't know if anyone else has noticed, he performs better away from the Den. It definitely performs better away games. So I don't know whether that's the added pressure, intensity of our home crowd on his back. But we keep plugging, ball into the box. And I've got to tell you, Fergie puts in a fantastic cross. And Tom Elliott, it's an unbelievable header. He gets in between two Sheffield United centre-halves. He has to change direction of the ball, and he's at the top, as high as he can get there. He wraps his head around it, sticks it back from the same direction it's come from. And it's a brilliant header. It beats the keeper, all ends up, and I think it's Egan. Dives, tips the ball over the bar, and unbelievable. Straight red card. It should have been 1-1. The ball was in. It's actually a good save. He plays dead, obviously, of course. He knows he's going to get sent off, and that's probably the end of his season, barring Sheffield United making the playoffs. Now, Ben Marshall steps up to take the penalty, and I had a horrible, horrible feeling that he was going to miss it. He did miss it. In his defence, it's a gnat's cock away from going in. It's you know, if it's that much lower, it's off the underside of the bar, and it's in the back of the net. It's a good penalty. He actually struck it better than he did the one at Leeds, but at Leeds the goalkeeper goes the wrong way. This time the keeper goes the right way. It thunders off the bar and goes over, and then that's it. You think that's our game over. You think that's our day done. But we showed fantastic resilience and fight just to keep going to the final whistle. Now, I don't think Ryan Leonard had the greatest game, and yes, I've been critical of Ryan Leonard, but the way he flew in and won that ball back when Sheffield United were in danger of attacking us to break away and either kill the game off with a second or just run down the clock. Ryan Leonard comes out of nowhere, and 10 years ago, no one would even be questioning that tackle. No one would be questioning it. It would be a completely fine and perfect tackle. But because the way the fucking game's gone and so many wallies rolling around the floor, I'm talking about on the pitch players and the analysis now. This show's part of that analysis. So, you know, just the breakdown of everything and our minuscule, you know, we look at every small detail these days. Some people were saying it was a foul. Chris Wilder's an absolute, I didn't even see this at the time because I'm just celebrating Tom Elliott's goal, but Chris Wilder's run on the pitch at the end of the game, man. I've praised Wilder in past shows that we've done. We've played Sheffield United, said he's a good, honest manager, and maybe he's got caught up in the heat at the moment. But Chris Wilder, you absolute cock. What is he doing? Running on the pitch. The man's got to run on the pitch after what his centre-half's just done to tip over the bar and just blatantly cheated, and try and say to the ref it was a foul. It was an absolute joke. What a joke of a man. It wasn't a foul. Ryan Leonard won the ball, an absolute fantastic tackle. Then once Leonard's won the ball, Dave Martin comes flying out the goal to retrieve the ball and keep it in, which, not mentioning any names, but I wouldn't know any other goalkeeper that's previously played for us over the last season doing that. He keeps the ball alive, he ships it long, we get the ball, Jed lays it to Marshall. I thought he'd give Marshall too much to do. Marshall makes amends for his penalty miss. He puts it perfectly on a plate for Tom Elliott, who I feel couldn't do any more than that. I thought it was a great header from Elliott. It's a fantastic save from Henderson in goal. And juicy Jake Cooper up from the back, gets back on the score sheet with the winner. Unbelievable scenes. Jumps into the Millwall fans, goes into the Lions TV Away Days Hall of Fame along with Aidan O'Brien. And honestly, my head was gone. My head was gone. I can't run anymore. Look at the video. The video of me is embarrassing. I know it's embarrassing. I don't care. That's it. That's raw emotion. And with the love always comes the hate. And you're going to get a bit of hate, and I understand that's all part and parcel. But someone commented on Twitter and said it was fake. Mate, the last thing is fake. Because if it was fake, I would have given myself more of a manly cheer on the audio. I would have given myself a 6-pack. I would have, made myself a little bit better looking for the occasion. I can't lie. I've watched it back. It's just fun. It's funny to laugh at, and I can laugh at myself. But that was it. It was raw emotion. It was what it was. I know it's humiliating. I know it's stupid, but I couldn't give a fuck, to be honest. I was just so wrapped up in the moment. I don't even really remember it. And just the melee with the players, the way the players jumped in, Dave Martin running the length of the pitch, fucking unbelievable. In a cold light day, it's a point on the board. Wigan also got a point against Norwich. Rotherham also got a point away from home, drawing 2-2. So we're no better off. But as I said before, we're another game another round of games closer to the end without worsening our position. We're now 2 points clear of Rotherham with a game in hand, and we've got a better goal difference by plus 13. So things are looking okay for us. We're still not out of the woods, but after our performances, listen, our last 3 or 4 performances, we played a Premiership side and drew 2-2. We've played Leeds, who are second, and lost 3-2 and was winning. We've drawn 1-1 away at the team that was second and are now third, and we've beaten the team that are fourth 2-0 at home. So we have finally seemed to have turned that corner right at the right time. But listen, a brilliant performance. I can't knock anyone. You know, as I said, I thought Fergie was rusty, and I thought Romeo was a little bit rusty as well. But Fergie's been suspended, and Romeo's just, you know, going to adapt to that new position where I really think that he will blossom. But yeah, listen, that's your lot. I think it's been Lions TV for about 15 days straight, something stupid. So I'll have a little day off tomorrow before returning on Wednesday for the pre-match prediction, because we are at home to a London derby against Brentford on Good Friday, and it could really be a Good Friday. 3 points, I think we'll be almost there. Please subscribe to Lions TV. Come on, you Lions.